The small and medium enterprises sector has played a critical role in accelerating growth in the last decade and is aptly considered the backbone of the Indian economy. With over 63 million small and medium businesses creating 1.3 million jobs every year, SMEs have grown vastly over the years, producing and providing quality products and services coupled with exceptional management practices. Presenting the SBI General Insurance SME Awards, a platform that aims to recognize, honor and duly celebrate the superlative efforts, ideas and contribution of SMEs in India's iconic growth story. The awards, a first of its kind, will put the spotlight on small and medium businesses across India for their stellar effort in transforming the landscape of the Indian economy.
SMEs today are most underprotected sector. Unlike the large corporates who have the financial strength to withstand any loss, SMEs really don't have that protection. So they need to be well protected, but unfortunately, historically they have not been as well protected. It is awareness is one factor which is there, and this is one platform through which we are trying to spread that awareness that protection is very important to have a long-term sustainable SME business. And for us, particularly SME is a very critical part of our business, and that's where we see a lot of opportunities for protection of the SMEs and therefore our growth in years to come.
With over 1400 entries received from small and medium businesses across the length and breadth of India, the jury round for SBI General Insurance SME Awards followed a methodical process in judging all the entries. Companies would have to follow a strict nomination process by registering online and submitting their entries under different categories. The categories under which the SMEs could nominate themselves featured automobiles and ancillary, mining, steel and cement production, food processing, consumer goods manufacturing, electricals and engineering, textile and garments, infrastructure and real estate, pharmaceuticals, drugs and medical products, chemical and pesticide manufacturing, artifacts and handicrafts, agro-based industries, transport and logistics, information technology and communication, healthcare services and biotechnology, travel and hospitality, Women Entrepreneur of the Year, Youth Entrepreneur of the Year, with special jury awards featuring Disruptive SME of the Year, Emerging SME of the Year and Social Impact Creator SME of the Year. A jury round was organized featuring bigwigs from India Inc. who have been in the news for their exceptional contribution to India's economic growth.
When we started this program a couple of months back, we did it with a lot of expectations to get the best in this segment in terms of innovation, in terms of growth, in terms of new business models. And today we have filtered down to about 170 odd people who are coming into the final round for selection. We have a very eminent panel of jury members across various categories with very experienced people, and I'm sure that they will come up with some of the best success stories in SME over the last few years that we have.
Once the entries were thoroughly scrutinized, it was then up to a special jury panel to take on the task of selecting the top contenders in the running. The jury featured Dr. A. Velumani, Sunil Alag, K. Ganesh, Ajay Thakur, Avni Davda, Sanjay Agarwal. The jury round featured nominees who were given 10 minutes to make their pitch.
We are the only company where drivers greet the people on the mic.
An intense deliberation with the jury followed soon after the pitch.
And you provide tax compliance advice, is it? Because you're saying you don't do audit, you don't sign the balance sheet and P&L.
It's been tough. It has been very taxing. Over 1400 people have applied for the awards, and we got to see the top 5 in each category. So we are talking about literally 5% selection rate, and each one was better than the other in almost all the categories.
We were manufacturing transformers, and we decided
The experience was very interesting, very nice. It was, great interacting with the promoters.
By and large, I felt that the process was very robust. It was an experience where there was a lot of debate within the jury. I think and the debate was robust because of the kind of talent and the quality of the presentations. We had people who were very, graduates from the finest engineering colleges, IIMs, and also very humble people who could speak in the local language, and we encouraged that. We had a 10-minute presentation in Marathi. We had an elderly gentleman, almost 78, presenting to us.
SMEs are the backbone of our Indian economy, and today judging these SMEs, which all of them were jewels, was a great experience.
Most of the nominees were very good, and most of the time it was very difficult to choose among them. In fact, we jury members to arrive at a conclusion was very difficult, because in some of the cases what we found, in some of the categories what we found, that there was very little difference between the first and number 2, and therefore many of the times it becomes very difficult to nominate someone and reject someone.
Within 3 years you became so powerful, but for last 20 years you did not do anything.
Who are your clients?
Largest client.
The quality that we were looking for, A, the passion behind it, the idea that they've got, and are they willing to back it for the number of years, and how much of their life and money were they willing to put in. And that really was the most important for us. Rather than working with a great idea and money coming from someone else, which also works, but we were looking more for the innovation and the passion and the enthusiasm that was shown behind the idea.
Just the kind of talent, the entrepreneurial spirit, the way I see people battling challenges, especially when the mood and the sentiment in the economy is down, and when you see entrepreneurs from various parts of the country coming forward with fantastic solutions, with humility, and most importantly, focus on profitability. I think every entrepreneur here was an inspiration for me personally, because they've got the basics right. So it was a fantastic experience, and truly, India is really the hotbed for entrepreneurship.
How many employees?
Export kitna tha, domestic kitna tha?
Business kitne saal ka hai?
Who is speaking and what are you doing in this company?
You mean rusk, or you actually sell toast?
ये 44 करोड़ जो था उससे पिछले साल कितना था?
ये 44 करोड़ में प्रॉफिट कितना बना था आपका?
What we were trying to see is what kind of problem are they addressing, how they are able to overcome the standard challenges that SMEs face in India, be it attracting capital, be it getting the bank loan, trying to handle the working capital requirements, trying to handle how to get talent in a world when people like to go and join multinational companies.
We are burning about 13 lakhs and gaining about 9, so we are burning an additional of 4.
As of now, like I have the customers of RTO and an SME.
So we can create these situations for them and allow them to.
The most important thing is their passion to build the business, and we found in most of them the passion, the hunger, and the integrity with which they have built the businesses, and most of them have got a scale and size of 50 to 100 crores in a very short period of time. So I think those are the winners today.
Presentation looked good to us. Yes, I think we did our best trying to put forward our organization, our thoughts, our vision in front of the jury. So yeah, let's see, it was a good experience. These platforms gives us an opportunity to encash and showcase what have we been doing to our employees and to our clients, to our customers, and in society in return. So I think this is a very good platform to showcase our organization.
Participants had to put their game face on to ensure that they had maintained their position in the running.
We are from very small town. Basically, we never get this opportunity. but it's thanks to the SBI General Insurance and Times Now Group. They gave us opportunity. It is small town near to Aurangabad, and they sell in domestic market.
Okay, that is one. Who is the second?
Second one is Jaffa Comfeed. Our product is used in the aqua feed, poultry feed.
What is your turnover for the last 3 years and profit?
Yeah.
Who is your top 2 export customers and top 2 Indian customers?
We welcome such kind of platform because if the world knows us, if the jury is like a consolidation of like-minded people, on people with knowledge. So if our kind of companies are exposed to this kind of jury, I'm sure the world will know more about us and we will get more opportunity.
Right from the stage when the car is launched, from 1 or 2 years prior to that, we get, companies like a technology superior company like us, we get the CAD drawings.
Actually, these are very good platforms because, people from B and C class cities where we are doing business, where we are doing good, the exposure is not there. So Times Network, it's a good initiative to bring it to the front level, and this will help us in, to increase our reach, and maybe in the long run, financial institutions may also take notice of that, and it will go a long way.
I think in the SME sector, you need anchors or buoys to mark your progress. Monetarily speaking, it doesn't make a difference because we will do what we always did. But it's a big spur to wave the flag and cheer your employees and to cheer your other stakeholders, your vendors, your customers, to know that you matter and you have achieved something in your journey through your business life.
They called me up and they told me 10 things which we are working on because what we are
For some, the waiting was tough, but worth it.
A tiger prawn is basically
I think more important than ever. I think the world is moving from hierarchy to community, and I think something like this just expands the community for people to connect.
We are the highest sellers, under the company. Yes.
I think it went well. There were a lot of questions.
At 23, you said, when did you join the business?
It's been a nice experience, and I do hope that we get the award. The entire process was, to be honest, very smooth, and the coordination that was happening with my office was also really good. So
yeah, so it's a good platform which can give good recognition to companies who are achieving good sales, etc. Good work in their business. So it's a good platform for recognition, basically.
I think the round was pretty well with the jury. They also got a glimpse of what coronary stents are, because a lot of people have myths around coronary stents, especially the domestic as well as MNC stents, which have created a slight dilemma in people's minds. So we were able to clear that. The other questions which were directly related to the industry or directly related to the financial part was a normal process by any jury, so we were pretty much prepared for it. I think we've done justice to our presentation.
Comes Abbott, then Merrill, then is Boston, and what is it? So the company basically was started 17 to 18%. All related to cardiovascular. Yeah, everything related to cardiovascular.
Many of the companies, SMEs, came from tier 2, tier 3 cities, which again was very heartening that from these places they are trying to solve problems which the country faces and sell to not just in their own city but across India, and many of them are exporting stuff to developed countries.
फ्यूचर आप क्या सोच रहे हैं कि यही मार्केट में या बढ़ेगा, कम होगा, क्या होगा, कि आप कोई नया प्रोडक्ट सोच रहे हैं कि नहीं? So you buy your shrimp when who goes and buys the shrimp, because that is the main thing. So you were having a leased unit and now you got your own freezing unit. What have you bought? What have you got now? I found the most fascinating was the women category at the end, because they were miles ahead of the men, really, in terms of what they had done, and that was what really touched me the most, was women who were willing to put their own money into what they believed in, and they're working with far more passion than the men ever will.
They were actually one way very much impressed that I have started my company after 20 years of working with Wipro and Tata Docomo. Usually people don't start at a later stage. Usually people start at the young age and below 30 or below 40. So that is the one which they have appreciated.
Not an interview or presentation, it was just a normal casual conversation between me and the jury. Jury did give me advice. It's a fantastic work what we are doing because nobody else is doing this and it's need of the hour. Every family has cancer patients and nobody knows where to go, what to do. So yeah, they all appreciated our efforts, whatever we are doing in the field of cancer care at zenonco.io and Lovells Cancer.
The times, they may be tough, but the growth of small and medium businesses in India are definitely changing the landscape of the Indian economy. In such times, it becomes necessary to boost the spirit of Indian SMEs.
Any of these awards are always a recognition to an entrepreneur, and some of these awards, some of the winners which will be announced today will definitely be the large companies of tomorrow.
I think the space is very, very exciting. Just looking at the kind of work that is happening here. Every person who is out there working for somebody or working for him or herself, they need a boost of recognition, and such platforms really provide that. I think people really need it, and we as a race or a country sometimes forget to do it. Just saying that you've done a good job or you've done a brilliant job and here's something to really recognize you, I think it goes a very long way in their journey.
250 प्रोडक्ट बता रहे हैं टॉप आपका जो
मार्केट में कितना पैसा आपको रिसीवर मिल रहा है?
No, I think this is a great platform. Normally what we see is what gets the media attention, what gets the glamour front pages is either the top multinationals, the Ubers of the world or Amazons of the world or Googles of the world, or heavily funded, highly valued startups. So that's where the entire attention goes to. But if you actually see the employment generation, if you see the economy, the major contribution comes from SMEs. But people don't write about it because it's not newsworthy, or people don't encourage it, people don't get a center stage, they don't get an opportunity to come to the forefront, to be listened to be celebrated. I think platform like this is excellent because what I got to see really opened my eyes in terms of what kind of entrepreneurs, what kind of work is being done at grassroots.
And Vietnam, Japan, USA, how are they so big then compared to you when you're doing your own culture, you should expand, no? Into own culture. You have competition in the area that you're in, so you have to price yourself to the hospitals correctly.
I think we are all under the crazy startup mania. Creating something new from nothing is very difficult. Scaling up which is already existing is much simpler. If I am not wrong, the country might have some 500,000 SMEs or small industries, whatever it is, 1 crore to 100 crore.
So you're the brand leader in wheel balancing, right? You're saying only wheel balancing is giving you 20 crores a year?
There must be so many. All promoters are not with vision. All promoters don't know how big this particular journey can be made. So identifying gems among them, giving them confidence that you must take partnerships, dilution, people inside, create jobs and do a 200 or 300 crores of turnover. I think there are many. These type of awards will make people to understand I might also be a potential candidate. They will start listening, talking, the jury's questions, the candidates' answers. They may not get awards, but they will be in the right path.
भाई साहब, आपका main competitor कौन है? 10,000 crore market. Who's your competitor? He doesn't know who is competing in that.
From minutely scrutinizing through 1400 entries to narrowing down to the top contenders across each category, one company in each of the 17 categories will stand out through the clutter. But the announcement will be made only at the SBI General Insurance SME Awards.